Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Keystone Lorado 329 RE fifth wheel. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. First, on your campsite will be your slide. There'll be plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered. Pretty deep living room slide there. Leave yourself a walking path, and then think about your awning. Leave plenty of room for that to come out. Now, of course, over here on your off camp side, slides as well. Three of them to think about. Leave plenty of room for them to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of them. Next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connection is going to be at. Your power cord plugs all the way in the rear of the unit here. Cable will be there. And your water connection is going to be just 10 feet back from the driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities. Once you get there, first thing we're going to do is unhook your hitch. Your landing leg control is up here. So you'll extend or lower those. So we use our landing legs to get our unit level. One this big, I'd stick a stick-on level on the side of it. Have someone watch that while you move that up and down. Once you've got unit level, we can go ahead and come back here and stabilize it. Your rear stabilizing jacks. Power for that is right here. Simply run them down. Now remember, these are stabilizing jacks. You've already got a unit level. All we want to do is make it stable. You will see one side may run down by itself before the other one kicks down. While I run this down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in the summer. Good investment. Use your 10% off coupon. Pick up a 2-pack of those. Put down the pads and run these down just until they're taut. And so you may have to adjust this foot. But just run these down. I'm going to run them back up now. Run these down just until they're taut. Remember, we've already got our unit level. All we want to do is stabilize it at this point. I'm going to go ahead and run them back up. Once we got them unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. 50 amp service on the back right here. In your convenience pack is a dog bone, goes from 50 down to 30, and then a 30 down to 110 in case you need to plug in at home. Got our power hooked up, let's hook up our water. At the campsites, we will hook up the city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up, hook up your hose. But don't turn your hose on yet. Let's come around here to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point is making sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out last time you were camping. Pull it off there and make sure that drain plug's back in there. So they gave you a brand new one. Plumber's tape is recommended. Don't use putty, that'll gum it up. Go ahead and get that in there. Then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. After your hose has been on for a little while, go inside, open up your water taps. Once steady flow of water is coming out of there instead of air, you know your tank is full, and you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There is an electric element here. The only time you ever want to turn this on out here is if you're hooked up to 110. Otherwise, turn it on indoors. All right, so let's say we're gonna go camping and we're gonna go boondocking. We're not gonna use city water connection. In that case, we're simply gonna fill up our freshwater connect or potable water. Simply fill that up with a hose, no need for a water pressure regulator. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right there, or two, on the inside where you check your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a button for this freshwater tank. I would say when that's full, when it's full, remove your hose. Using this, you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water, that's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set up to camp with water and power, level and stable. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit and show you a few other things. Starting here in this docking station. You have a light should you arrive at night. Again, your city water, potable or fresh water. Here's an outdoor shower. This is black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm, and make sure it's not blocked. Sewer and wastewater connections here. There's your connection. Up here is your handles. They have it marked black to the left, gray to the right. And the storage here. A couple manual override cranks. One for your spare tire and lugs, and the other manual override for those power stabilizing jacks. Your propane is on a regulator. If you lefty-loosey, you'll see it go from red to green. That means you got gas. Around here, docking lights. They're on the front of the unit here. Again, your landing legs. Your battery, check your battery post now and then, make sure that hasn't wiggled loose coming down over time. Come around here, here's your Dirt Devil vacuum system. Again, your hot water heater. We'll run your awning out, there's your outdoor speakers. There's the manual override crank for your slides. We're on the back again. A ladder, utilize it. Go up there and check the seams of your roof. Caulk as needed. Maintain your roof. You're going to maintain the life of this trailer. Again, your landing leveling jacks. Brand new spare tire. Looks fairly new. And back here is where you plug in your cable or satellite. Another manual override. There should be a low point drain here. Locate that for you. Right in the middle between them tires. Your low point drains. You see the red and blue there. And then this is going to be your freshwater one. That'll be just your potable water. Well, that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside. Coming up in your unit, first thing I like to point out in every unit is the fire extinguisher. So make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. So immediately coming up the hall, up to our right is our control panel. I'm actually going to start in the upper left and run your awning out. I want you to see that working. Switch hands here because I'd like to show you how far to run that mount. So you have a flap on the end. You only want to run these out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees, and you know you're out far enough. There's your flap, there's your bar. Once that flap falls, you can see your bar. You know you're out far. Run that back in. As I do, we'll continue on the control panel here. So here's where you turn on your hot water heater. To the right is your fantastic fan and vent. Oh, turn that on. That's on. It raises or lowers over there. Continue bringing that in. Here's your slides. Here is interior living room lighting. Next to that is where you check your tanks. Down below these are all lighting. And then another slide control. I'm going to finish running your awning in here. So here for your tanks. Hit test, and that'll show you how full each one is. If fresh water is one, and you can tell when your potable water is full. And over to your right is your brand new battery. Down here, next to the side of the island, is your 12-volt propane detector. Reason this is mentioned, this is 12 volt. It's always running off your battery. So if you're gonna be gone for the day, you don't have. I didn't see a battery disconnect on this unit. So if you're gonna be gone for the day and you are boondocking where nothing's charging your battery, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. A lot of lighting over here on your island. Coming to your Dometic fridge. Turn that on up here. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. Lift that up to be strictly on gas. Self-explanatory microwave. You have a light and fan above your stove here. I think this light here hits your spark. When your gas is turned on, that'll come on there. Your oven will need a pilot light. 110 here. Coming into your living room. Get your TV going for you here. And I'm going to show you how to turn your sofa into a bed. There's your TV working. Remote for that will be right up underneath here.
Murder weapons, locks of hair, crazy wild girls certified.
Sound system. I don't know if I'll pick up much inside the building here for stations, but your 3 zones on this: indoors, outdoors, and up front. Mute everything at once, turn it back on. AM, FM, DVD player. Nice little sound system. Your recliners. See how we turn this sofa into a bed. You can see. Let me set this up where you can actually see me here. And this one. Move our back cushions here. Up on the front here. Pull this out. Put your legs down. Push the back down. And just that quickly, you have a bed. Reverse the process to put everything back. Lift up on the back first. Put your legs in. Jackknife down. Return our cushions. And just that quickly, you're back to a sofa. Would have helped having a little more lighting on in here. So recliners, table does have an extension. There's some storage inside there. Coming up the hallway, just want to mention the bathroom should be, yep, your 110 with GFCI reset. And then coming into your bedroom. Another TV here. Make sure that one's working. I want to go back to the bathroom real quick. One other thing I wanted to mention in here, for travel, make sure that you have this shower door snapped in there tight. That'll keep that from bouncing around on you. Alright, TV's working. Remote will be in this drawer. Closet all prepped for washer and dryer, and there's your vacuum pieces. Make sure these closet doors are secure for travel as well, folks. The AC working up here. Oh, turn it on. A little high. Heat, cold, shut that off. What is off? Antenna, all the way left when you're traveling. Crank it up to the right when you get there. Don't recall seeing your thermostat. And we need to find that. So actually, next to your control panel, there's your AC working. Shut your AC off. There's your heat working. Shut the heat off. You'll notice that the heat fan in all units, they take longer to shut off than the AC fan does. The AC shuts off rather quickly. Alright, so let's act like we're going to leave the campsite. I think about covered everything in here. First thing I like to do is shut off lights. So I come to my control panel. I shut off. Actually, both those, a lot of those are on. Down is on a lot of these. Figure these out here. Which one's shut off which. Get as many shut off as I can, and then, okay, I can see all the individual lighting that I need to go through and shut off. So the only light you have left to turn on and off will be from the control panel. Doors and drawers. That's my motto. Close up all doors and drawers. Alright, let me get back over here and turn these main lights back on now. Doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to hinder your slides from coming in or out. We'll start with BI, which looks to be bedroom. I'm going to go ahead and secure this. Again, up here, everything's secure. Close your doors, drawers. You hear that one? This looks to be a kitchen. See a K on it. Again, doors and drawers, folks. Make sure everything's closed. We don't need to be breaking anything just because we're closing up our unit. That noise is okay to hear. That's just the slide mechanism telling itself not to come in any further. Almost sounds like a clunking noise, but it's just an override. Make sure your TV is pushed back, secured. And lastly, our lower left corner. These slides utilize every inch. Alright, shut off all of our interior lighting. And exit the unit. As you come out, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle. Fold your steps up. At this point, bring up our stabilizing jacks. Unhook our power, our cable, and our water. Once our water's unhooked, we're going to go in between them tires right there. If we're hooked up here at a campsite, that's where we dump our low point drains. Got blue and red text right there. Bring them rest way up in a minute. If we are at a campsite, excuse me, if we are dry docking, we'll dump that low point drain. Come around to our hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. You can dump some water out of there. Get rid of the last of your water out of your tank. Once that's done, push that back down, otherwise your door won't go back on. And then you can pull your drain plug and get the little bit that's left in there. Put your door back on. Come to your landing legs, hook up your hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your sewage dump is going to be right behind the front of your driver's side of the tow vehicle. To get there, hook up this 10-foot hose. First thing you're going to pull is the left handle, your black handle. Once it sounds like that black handle is no longer draining, leave that handle open, come here to your sewer tank, flush, hook up that water pressure regulator, hook up the hose. Again, with that black handle open, turn the hose on. Let that run for a good 5 minutes, wash all that black nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook that hose, close the black handle, pull your gray tank, one to the right. It's going to be your cleaner water, it's your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you a little bit. Once that sounds like it's no longer draining, take that sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Laredo for many years to come. Happy camping.